How are you doing? This is Allan Harris. I'm going to just talk a little bit about my new project called Soulfood. It's based upon my childhood experiences growing up in Brooklyn and in Harlem.
Who are you in this crazy menagerie?
I'm Shirazette Tenen. I am the drummer in the band, and I'm also the MD for multiple projects for Allan, so I go in and out of that responsibility.
My name is Grégoire Marais. Born and raised in Switzerland. We actually met Allan, and I'm very happy to be part of this project. We're on 2 songs. Beautiful, beautiful music.
My name is Kamal Kenyatta. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Now I live in San Diego, California, and I'm here to produce Allan Harris.
My name is David Castañeda. I'm originally from the SF Bay Area, Oakland, California, and I'm here in New York with y'all.
Hello, Arco Iris Sandoval. How does it feel to play piano on this new recording that you're doing here at the studio?
It feels really meaningful. These are songs that are so personal to Allan, and that's very special. So it's not like playing our normal repertoire of beautiful jazz standards. We're now playing very meaningful music for Allan too, so that's really nice.
So Nimrod Speaks, tell us, how did you get involved with this project and what does it mean to you?
Well, I was introduced by our drummer Shirazette Tenen. She introduced me to Allan Harris, and we've been working together for about 2 years.
Wow, that's a really good question. What does this project mean to me? I would say I feel a lot more empowered with this project as far as recording than the first one, because during that time frame, I hadn't really played with Allan that much, maybe like not even a year. And now that our relationship has developed and evolved even deeper, there's a lot more trust and evolved together, and now we're kind of like one mind, one sound, one band.
Well, I'm very partial to the song Autumn. It was the first song that Allan shared, first of his songs that he shared with me.
Autumn has found me, drifting like the leaves. My Aunt Kate, she had a soul food restaurant right down the street from the Apollo Theater. I go there almost every weekend. Of course, as a young child, and her being my aunt, I'd eat for free. On Sundays, your children, you'd get into the matinees at the Apollo. But the exciting part was a lot of the artists would come into her place between their shows and order their favorite food, and I was privy to that. So I decided to write some of these melodies and these rhythms that have been inside me for most of my life and sit down and put them to pen and paper. And so what you're going to hear on this new recording is my experiences as a child growing up. Songs such as Shallow Man, which is about street pimps and street people on the corner who at that time looked out for children. There wasn't a lot of gun shooting. It was a community thing. A song called A New Day, which I wrote up in the country. My wife and I were sitting there and I said I need to fulfill the record. So I came up that morning with a little melody based upon a major 9th chord, C major 9th chord, just juking. And it was a bright and sunny day, and she went for a walk. When she came back, I damn near had the song finished. Also a song called Open Up Your Mind, which is based upon just our experiences as Americans living in the city during the civil rights at that time. And ironically enough, it carries itself on to now. Great cast, man. My band, Arco Sandoval on piano and synthesizer, Fender Rhodes. Nimrod Speaks from Philadelphia on the bass. Of course, the fabulous Shirazette Tenen on the drums. And I had an array of people come in and play with me also. It'll be on the record, you'll hear it. But my producer, I'm really enchanted by this. His name is Kamal Kenyatta. And Why? Because my wife pursued him. She produced all these records, and of course, Gregory Porter and Kamal Kenyatta. He produced a couple of Gregory's records. One of them won a Grammy. And we met him at the NAMM show and formed a friendship, and a year later, there we are in the studio. And he helped arrange some of these songs, and you hear them. They have a groove, sort of 70s Marvin Gaye meets Curtis Mayfield, a la Nat King Cole, Allan Harris vibe. We put a bonus track on there. My wife said, you need to write a song, a protest song. I said, well, there's a few on there. She said, no, something that speaks about what's going on today with the George Floyd and from the police brutality. Instead of taking a knee, take a rhythm. So I wrote a song called Run Through America. And on that note, I just have a wonderful team behind me. My wife, she's in the forefront, she's my manager, so she's leading the surge. So we're laying it down, and I hope you enjoy what we're gonna put out. It's from the heart, and that's all I can do. I'm not really looking for the fame and the fortune, which that would be nice if it happens. But basically, it's just a cry out to us as human beings, as a community, as a society that says, open up your mind. So I'm Allan Harris, and check out the recording, Kate's Soulfood. I hope you enjoy it.
Better learn how your rhythms are jacked.